CITY JMALL is now open. I think they opened November 25th or something like that. And I was there about a week later, so let's go on and take a look around. It used to be JCenter Mall, where immigration offices were in Mandaue City, just across from Cebu City. And yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. What do they have? 4 floors or 5 floors now? And new stores. I didn't see any of the old stores, the old restaurants anymore. So everything is new and branded SM. It's got a Japanese themed area, several Japanese restaurants there. Very, very large Watkins pharmacy store there right as you come in. And right next to that is a huge pet store. Kind of interesting. Huge pet store. And I went in there and looked around a little bit. Not sure if they sell pets as well, but they had, yeah, I think they did. They had fish. You want a pet fish? Not sure if they had any other types of cats or dogs in there. But one thing surprised me is that at opening, a big percentage of the space is already leased out and the stores are open. And I think there's another pretty new mall in town, G Mall, I believe, where immigration is. And last time I was in there, they still had a whole lot of space to fill up, but they will get there. And my understanding is these malls, they make their money by leasing out the space. That's where the money, the income is. But yeah, J Mall was never a very, very large mall, but it has just about everything that you need in there. Now, I think they've got a hardware store, they've got restaurants, they've got a huge grocery store that I checked out, SM Grocery Store. And I checked some of the prices. They all look like the same prices I would get at the SM store in Cebu City that I occasionally go to. So you got clothing stores, you got appliance stores, you've got one thing unique. They've got a roller skating rink up there. Not very large. I'll show you that a little bit later. They've got a large cinema area, theater area. Did not see a bowling alley like they have at SM in Cebu City. Just not that big, so it's about the same size, but they added one extra floor, so you got an extra floor there. One thing I did not find here, they do have a Jollibee and a lot of other fast food restaurants, big food court. I'll show you later. This is the entrance to the cinema area, the theaters. One thing I did not see, and I don't know if I missed it or if it's just they enclosed it all and it's now inside the mall, is if you've been to J Mall when it was JCenter Mall, they had several restaurants on the, what was it, the second or third floor, and many of those restaurants had a terrace area with outside seating, kind of like what Ayala has on their terraces area. And that seems to be gone. I believe it's gone, unless they're adding something in the future. I did not see it anyway. It looked like everything was enclosed. And I really enjoyed those terraces. And even at Ayala Mall in Cebu City, the terraces, to be able to sit outside and out in the fresh air, rather than inside was a big plus to me. So sorry to see the terrace area disappear, if that indeed has disappeared. This is one of the main big food court itself. Lots of different food vendors along the circumference, I guess you'd call it. And the escalators were running. You know, there's some malls, for some reason, the escalators either are turned off or they break down on a regular basis. So these were working. In the CRs, I visited a couple CRs. Everything was working in the CRs. It's something else that That seems to happen here in Philippine malls is the CRs are urinals and stuff are plugged up or broke down at different times. Anyway, Japanese theme. They've got an area here I believe will probably have more Japanese restaurants in the coming months. So yeah, definitely Japanese themed. I had to turn down the volume. They've got Japanese food strip in Cebu. Apparently, this is going to be a Japanese food strip on this. Not sure if I was on second or third level right here, but yeah, worth checking out. Completely different feel. Very, very wide, spacious hallways. Clean. Acoustics, my business in the USA for many, many, many years. There's the roller skating rink. They had some students in there uh, having a tough time of roller skating. I could still roller skate. I was never very good at ice skating up in Minnesota, USA. But I could roller skate reasonably well. We had a huge roller skating rink near in the biggest town near where I lived, and visited there often. Some of those guys could skate backwards and spin around, and not something I could do. A little bit of an arcade game type area up in here. All the malls have something like that, kind of a play area for kids and adults. Now the mall SM Cebu City, in Cebu City, this is in Mandaue City we're looking at, has a bowling alley, and SM City Seaside on the south end of Cebu City has a roller skating rink as well, which is pretty cool, and a huge kind of like terraces type area. Worth checking out. And then if you go a little further south in SM Seaside, you've got Il Corso, and I was out there a week or so ago, took some video. I'll put that up here in the very near future. Got a wellness space, medical, dental, skin care type places down there. Not entirely filled up with residents with businesses yet. Of course, got your cyber zone, all your electronics, lots of phone stores, televisions, electronics, gadgets, all that sort of thing. Kind of cool. It was pretty busy the day I was there, but I think the first week, I was there past the first opening week. I think they got a huge crowd, is what I heard, the first week. But not quite as busy this time. The restaurants were doing quite a bit of business. Something I may have missed that I think was advertised was like an activity zone area where you could go in and do, I'm not sure, don't quote me, different types of things like laser tag or climbing walls, trampolines. I don't know what all they had. There have been a couple different malls who've had areas like that. I think Park Mall used to have something like that. I don't know if they still have that or not. They had an area where they had trampolines and laser tag and paintball competition type area. And I thought I saw some advertising that they were going to have something like this. I did not see it in my walk around, so maybe it's still under development. This place here, Lao, however it's pronounced. They've got one in. It's basically frozen yogurt, I believe. And there's always a line of people there. I don't know if it's that good or if it's the price is right or both. Very good and the price is right, probably. But at Ayala Mall and here, long line of people waiting to get in. And a couple of restaurants over here on the left side. Some more restaurants. They come up another level here, I believe. More restaurants. And they've got a new one of these. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I think it's Korean. New one of those in Ayala Mall, too. I walked by it the other day. But yeah, nice shiny new mall. Completely, they pretty much, when they bought JCenter Mall, which was owned by Gaisano, one of the Gaisano groups, I believe, they completely gutted it. I mean, they gutted it down to the steel frames, basically, and completely rebuilt it from the ground up, just using the foundation and the framework, I guess you would say. There again, you know, it's acoustics and noise control was my business in the USA, and something I find in airports are the worst, absolute worst for acoustics. Echo, reverberation, and these malls generally too. There's so many hard surfaces where all the noise uh, bounces off, reverberates, the echo, and they did not consult me for some reason. I'm not an expert at malls, but a little bit of acoustic treatment in especially airports are absolutely worst around the world. Some have learned and made taken some remedial action, but anyway, they've got certain panels up here. They kind of low end acoustic type treatment perhaps, but not nearly adequate for all the hard surfaces and the bouncing around of sound. That is my professional opinion. I did buy I sold all my noise measuring equipment in the U.S. before I come to the Philippines. I wish I would have kept some of that, but I did find one down at a hardware store. Very very low end, very low end. Doesn't give you really much in the way of frequency ranges, but it does give you a decibel level. And I'm going to start carrying that around with me more often, taking measurements, just for my own curiosity. But noise control is not a good business here in the Philippines. Not that I tried to start one, but Filipinos tend to like noise. And I know many other foreigners have said the same thing. You go into a restaurant, you can't even talk. They've got the noise up so loud, what they call music. And usually have to ask them, can you please turn it down? We're trying to have a conversation. Anyway, yeah, it's worth checking out. They've got a parking garage. I think they've got a couple different entrances around there. And yeah, we're back here to this. I think this is going to be the Japanese food court type area eventually, I believe. And back to here's the entrance once again. We'll go back through this. I was there twice, and this particular day was relatively early and not a big crowd, so we can get a little better look at got a lot of the Japanese type architecture painted on the walls, plus anime. I think they're anime figures. Are they? Some of you that are into anime, these are Japanese figures, I think. When I was there last time, and this time too, people go up there to get their picture taken with the statues, the anime, whatever they are, and Japanese type stuff. As experienced Japanese architecture so I think that's what that is on the walls. Lots of malls in town. We got, I was wondering, maybe there's an overabundance maybe of mall space. Can they sustain that? I know Cebu City is there again. The roller skating rink. Cebu City is growing. Is going to continue to grow. Maybe looking forward to the increase in population and the people. Perhaps we need more malls. And there it is. Got the hotel right next to it there, and I think you've got a water park up on forget, like the 19th floor, something like that. Japanese themed hotel there as well. Anyway, thanks for coming along.
Hey.
Safe travels. See you next time.